which are given to you. I mean, you are not responsible for any of this, but you are there in that kind of a sweet spot now. But you can learn from other people's experiences, and my suggestion would be that, in anything that you do, you think that you are representing the whole organization. You can be entrepreneur within an organization. And you do things by representing every department in the work that you do. This is another message I keep giving to my people, that you cannot work in a place near the centrifuge or a reactor and say that quality is quality control department problem. If I fight with somebody else, it is HR department problem. If I do an unsafe factory, it's a safety department problem. No. You are representing each department. You cannot fritter away money and say it is a finance department problem to arrange money. No. You represent every department in the company. You are responsible for the workplace that you have. You are an entrepreneur until you put yourself in that location and in that workplace. If it is your own money, your own company, what would you do? You should do that all the time. These are the kinds of messages we keep giving, because unless there is a common work and common wealth, you cannot share that wealth with anybody. I walk, talk, live, breathe, orchid. I don't do anything else. So in good and bad times, whatever we have, we share, not only in words, but in deeds and in finances. Because the moment somebody is called in the outside world, somebody is met and asked, where are you working? You don't say that I am working in the phase 2, in the taking care of 2 products and standing near 1 reactor. You say you work for Rocket, right? Then comes the department designation, money, whatever it is, and the location and the nature of job. So when to the outside world you are representing that you are working for a company, inside when you do the job also you should represent the same thing. So my suggestion would be that anything that you do, take up something. You have to live for something. It can be anything but something, right? You cannot have a position where you say that just maintaining along and continuing with life and say that you have lived a life. No, don't accept that. You have to have a role model for anything. You don't have to have one person as a role model. Learn something from everybody or anybody. When it comes to corporate governance, my mind goes to Mr. Narayan Murthy, because he has established standards of corporate governance in Infosys. It is there for all of us to see. When you talk of size and diversity and depth of manufacturing, you think of Reliance, at least I think of it. Because people may say many things about Ambani and his group, but there is nobody, in my living memory, people have done more than Reliance in terms of going deeper and broader in a field that he has chosen, petrochemicals. If some of you have seen or heard about the Jamnagar factory, more than 4,000 buildings in one location. It takes 4 hours by car to even to visit that place. And it's not the largest in the world still. But the point is the kind of scale, depth and integration that he thought of in petrochemicals, I don't think anybody has thought of. So in terms of governance, in terms of depth, in terms of innovation, you look at Dr. Reddy's, you look at Ranbaxy, you look at some other companies, you look at international companies also, like 3M, I saw that they have even thousands of patents. So the kind of things that you want to learn from somebody, keep learning all that. Apply all that to the tools that you have learned in your management schools and engineering or other background that you have. Those are nothing but tools. They have to be used in conjunction with the market reality, market opportunity, which is very vast for you, and learning from other people and keeping them as role models and live for something. In any field, you can make a difference. Any field, I can guarantee you that. It doesn't have to be manufacturing. It can be services, it can be any passion that you have, it can be social responsibility, it can be anything, but you have to live for something is the only mantra that I have. And to my mind, success means if you are able to make a difference, a positive difference in somebody else's life on a permanent basis, that is success, according to me. I'll close by just one example of corporate social responsibility, or the relevant thing that we did or we have been doing in one of our factories. With your permission, just take 2 minutes more to say this, so that there is a message that goes that it doesn't cost millions of dollars, but you can still make a difference in somebody's lives. You see, there is a girls' high school in Tirupur near our factory at Alattur. That's a girls' high school which is a government high school of the standard 10 and 12. So once, a few years ago when I was driving down to that side, I asked people that what is the quality of the school and what is happening. I was appalled to know that for the last 46 years or so the school has been existing, and the average pass percentage is about 45. I said, something must be very wrong here where every other girl is failing. Why? There should be something wrong here. So I went to the district administration, the collector, Mr. Varaprasad Rao was there at that time. He's from my place only in Andhra, and I went and talked to him that, boss, what is the problem? Then we analyzed there are problems in 3-4 different angles. One is the quality of teaching and quality of teachers itself and the quantity and their availability. Everything was poor. Because the salaries were less, people were not going from Madras to Tirupur, which is about a good 1 hour drive and all that. So I said that you employ better quality teachers. We pay for them, but via the administration. We are not in the business of employing teachers and giving money to them directly. So we ensured that better teachers come because we double their salary, extra salary we used to pay from us to the government, and government used to pay them. And I worked on this thing like infrastructure in the school. There were no benches, there was no toilets for the girls. We built all that. We gave them books and uniforms and blackboards and what have you. And the third aspect is the social aspect. You see, many of those villages, around 10,000 villages are there in and around the factory. What happens is most of the villages, the village male in the family goes on a daily wage, and he gets whatever money he gets, more than half he spends on liquor, and comes back and beats his wife, and she takes the onus on the girl child or the children because she can't hit him back. So the whole syndrome is that guy wastes his money, he abuses his wife, she is not empowered economically or otherwise, she takes the anger of the child. Child's education is what suffers. Because there is no money, the food and other things also suffer. So we said that we'll attack it in 2-3 ways. One is I opened a tuition center near our factory and said that our employees and their respective spouses, if they are married, will take up tuition classes. We provide food. We encourage the village girls to come there and get taught in the evening time, free of cost, with food. So at least for food, the home lady will send the daughter to the tuition center. Then we worked on the women. We said that this lady is not empowered. She's uneducated, not empowered, depending on this drunkard. That is why she gets beaten. So he said that we will employ, we started embroidery and tailoring classes. We bought tailoring machines. We taught them what to do. And those products, what they did, I talked to the Govtech MD, who is also an IS officer, and we marketed those products, and they started earning money by themselves. And this guy, when this happened, this guy will think twice before he raises his hand, because this lady is empowered now. She is able to earn, she is able to stand on her own legs, and the child is going to tuition center, and also to she is getting food thanks to our initiative of the tuition centers. And a combination of all these things, in the last 5-6 years, can you guess, the average pass percentage from 46 went to 86, and last year 100% of the girls passed it. I have 2 daughters. The comparison is not whether those girls who pass now are better than my daughters or not. That is not a comparison at all. Are they better compared to what they would otherwise have been, but for the intervention from outside? That's why I gave this kind of an idea, saying that to me, success, if at all you have to define something called success, is that make a difference to somebody's life for the better. I mean, if they are better thanks to some contribution from your side, I think you have succeeded in life. So such opportunities are many more in India. You have age on your side, you have opportunities plenty, and you have to look forward, and you have to create that kind of inner feeling that, yes, you want to do something. That in Telugu, they call it as aptruta. So there's no exact English word for it in my opinion. But, I mean, that kind of a vigor, that kind of a fire in the belly, that kind of a feeling you should get from yourself. So when you do that, there is enough and more in this world in terms of finance, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of outside help, in terms of intervention, in terms of support. There is groundswell of support is absolutely there. So it is in you, it is for you, it is up to you to make a difference. And if some of you want to join this kind of what I call as a movement talking, our doors are always open. We are very close by, and we can definitely take some people who can walk with me in this journey. Thank you very much.